So today I want to tell a little bit of a story, and yes, I'm holding a pen and flipping around like it's a freaking wand. Today I want to talk about someone who's really, really special to me. Someone who, you can tell by the title, was one of the biggest inspirations I've ever had in my entire life. And he left me something that I did not know about that I think in a way has honestly brought, weirdly enough, even though he's gone, brought me and him even closer together. So I think the best way to explain this and tell this story a little bit is to go to the beginning and then go back to the end and then maybe go a little bit there in the middle and then go to the prequels and then go to the sequels at the very end. Even though they weren't well received and rated by critics, but still has a cult following, and you really like the merchandise that they sell for that one. Anyways, about a year, getting closer to 2 years now, almost 2 years ago, my grandfather passed away. It was a freak accident. He fell in a parking lot and hit his head. And I was very, very close to my grandfather. My grandfather taught me about photography. He taught me how to use a camera. It was back in the Cub Scout days. You had to get your, photography merit badge, pin thing. And my mom was just like, go, we'll have your grandfather teach you. He's been a photographer for so long. He'll teach you. And it was one of those old, Nikon point and shoot type of things. And my passion for photography was born there, and then obviously I got more advanced and everything. But I used to go over and when I got into editing and everything like that, when I got a little bit older, me and him would just sit down on his computer and he would edit everything in Photoshop and put it on discs. He kept everything on discs. And so a little bit after he passed, my mom was like, is there anything specific you want from his for his memory? And first I was like, I definitely want all his antique cameras and everything like that. And I didn't get them for some reason. Thanks, cuz. But besides that, I was like, I definitely want those discs that have all the pictures him and I had worked on over the years. I met with my uncle so I could go get those discs that we'd worked on. And this is kind of where everything kind of took a turn and where we get to the subject of today. We get there, I have this box. I have over 5,000 pictures of my grandfather's just from these discs that he had kept. My grandfather did not throw anything away, ever. So I have all of them on a hard drive as we speak. But the thing that I did not know about, and the thing that is really the subject for today, I see this box here. This box here, I wrote the up, but it's this box here that near where he kept all his camera stuff, and I did not recognize this box, and I didn't know what was in it. And so I opened it up. This box is old as can be, probably older than I am, if I had to guess. And I open it up, and I see this. So these, I immediately recognize what these are. These are, I believe these are 8mm. These also could be 16, but I believe they're 8mm. These are 8mm film pictures. They're a form of the Polaroids, but these are film pictures that I did not know he had these. Obviously, I knew my grandfather had been doing photography for years and years and years, but I'd never seen these before, and all the things we had done together was all digital. So I was obviously surprised to see these, and my uncle's like, you should take these. So this entire box holds 150. I have a couple other boxes full of them. So I have a couple hundred of these now. It's crazy because some of these are as old. You can see here, that's a picture of my mom when she was a kid. And then that's a picture of me in the background there behind my mother and grandmother. So he had been doing these since, the at least the late 60s, early 70s, and then as till maybe the late 90s, early 2000s, a little after I was born. But these things are so cool. They're so amazing because they, you know, my grandfather, one of my favorite things that him and I, there are times he would just come over to our house and just sitting in the living room. And even when I was young till a little before he passed, I would just walk in there and be like, "Grandfather, tell me one of your stories. Tell me about your time in the military. Tell me about, you know, your favorite photo that you ever took, whatever, you know, it may be." And, you know, when you're young, there's only so much you can visualize. And, you know, so these pictures are really special to me now because they're a form of my visualization of the stories that my grandfather had told me. And they're really, really special. You know, it just makes you wish. I mean, I always wish he was still here, but I definitely wish he was, just so I can ask him about some of these. You know, there's some crazy shots in here that I feel like have backstories that, you know, I don't know fully about. So I wish he was around to tell me about them. But you know, this video, this is just a reminder to, you have someone in your life who's inspired you, who's really close to you, and maybe it might be on the more older seasoned side. Maybe, you know, just today let them know that you love them and they're really special. But I went through and I picked some of my favorite shots that I found of these old 8mm pictures that I wanted to share with you all. And yeah, well, I hope you enjoy.